As you design in SolidWorks, a couple things happen. You start opening up a lot of files. I'm going to go ahead and save the bookend assembly file. As you can see by that asterisk, it tells me it needs to be saved. I'm going to save that file, hit my save icon up here at the top, and I'm going to go back and look at some of these other things like the vertical steel plate, steel base sketch. I'm going to go ahead and just close those out, and I'll come up here to my window, and I'll see the vertical steel plate there, and I'll close that out. You can actually manage your files, turning them on and off, and open them and closing them using that window. Let's go ahead and create a new file, new part, and this time we're going to create the parts for our letters. So I'll go ahead and hit OK on that, and we'll bring that up. And in this case here, I'm going to go ahead and set it to plain white, because you know how I feel about that. And we'll come down and make sure that our units are set correctly. I'll hit Edit Part. Oh, excuse me, we'll do that. We'll set the custom here, and it says it's set to millimeter gram second. Well, we got to fix that. So it'll come up here when I edit the units, and it'll let me correct that. Let me double check that. Select this. So Edit Document Units. Now I can change it down there by that pop-up, or I can automatically go up here and select it there. Again, I'll set myself to 4 decimal places. As you can see here, I like 3 on the angle readout. Whoops, set that back to 3. And I like 4 on the length. So I'll go ahead and hit OK on that. So now I'm just going to pick one of the vertical views here. Let's go with front for right now. And we'll set ourselves normal to that. And we will come over here to Sketch. And here in Sketch, you can see where it says text. So we'll select text, and it'll come up. And I'm just going to write the letter R, making sure I've got it capitalized. Now I can come down here to where it says, different sizes, or I can use font. So I'm going to select, take that check off where it says document font, which is the default font that comes with SolidWorks. And I'm going to select font. And it's going to go ahead and open up this library here, and it goes and shows me the fonts that I currently have loaded, in my font library. So you can see here's college, and then you can see the different size previews of that right there. I'll go to oblique, and there's bold, there's oblique there, semi-condensed, there's condensed, and I think you can scroll down here and you can get some of the semi-bolds, that kind of stuff, semi-condensed. It actually has quite a few based on that font. So what I'm going to do is probably just come back up here to bold, and I'm going to set it to units. Now when I set it to units this time, I'm going to go ahead and give it a size of 5 inches. So that's my units. I'll go ahead and hit OK, and there it places the R, as you can see right here. Well, it's kind of cool. So at this given time, I can come back here and hit the rebuild button, and I can look at this sketch, and I'm going to edit that sketch. And let's see what we can do with this. Let's see if we can modify this. I'll set a dimension here. It looks like it's still set to a font, but that's okay. We can still play with that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a right mouse click, see if there's anything I can change there. It doesn't look like I can. And I'm going to go ahead and go to Features, and I'm going to do an extrude. So on the extrude that I'm going to do, again, it's set to 1/10 of an inch. So we are working with 1/4 inch plate steel. So I'll go ahead and accept that and extrude that. It doesn't matter which direction, just as long as you're extruding it. I'll check that off. So as that's extruding, you can see that it's left it as a piece of steel plate there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and come over here to material, and I'm going to change that to plain carbon. And I'm going to come up here to rebuild my document, and I'm going to save this file. And it's going to come up and ask me where to save it. I'm going to put in my bookend project. I'm going to say letter, that's set up, letter R. And I'll give it a version number, 001. I'll go ahead and save that file. So there we've gone and created our letter R. Well, let's stop here for now, and we'll come